Hello. Kirby, right? It's one of the easiest platformers out there. And funnily enough, it's a series that doesn't really change much. Now, of course, I'm saying this so late that Forgotten Land has released, and so it kind of changed a lot. But usually the main entries of Kirby kind of follow a certain path. See, historically, there's been like two major types of Kirby's. Those are like collectathon based, that are often following the Kirby Dreamland formula. I'm also putting Kirby 64 in it, but generally don't have a lot of very elaborate copy abilities, or you have analogs to copy ability. And often the good ending is locked behind collecting all of a single thing, which is very annoying, by the way. And then you have the games following the Kirby Superstar formula, which itself is kind of an evolution of Kirby's Adventure. Kirby Superstar was a really good game. It had fleshed out movesets for every copy ability in the game, which definitely helps a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am because I didn't fact check this, it's also the game to introduce analog life bars. See, in most of the other games, you had a set amount of hit points, well, for example 6, and any damage would take 1. And some games like Kirby 64 I think have some higher damage sources, but yeah, you didn't really have a life bar, so to speak, as much as you had hit points. And Kirby Superstar fixed that, and I really enjoy it. Globally speaking, it's Kirby Superstar, Triple Deluxe, Planet Robot, Star Allies, all of those games, and a few remakes too. There's also Return to Dreamland. Yeah, so it's a lot of games. And then you have the category of Kirby games. So that would be Canvas Curse, that would be Mass Attack, that would be that kind of things. Those games are weird. There is no getting around it. It's quite difficult to put them in one spot or the other. Sometimes, of course, they have some inspiration from here and there. And today, I wanted to talk about one of the games that are in that category. It's a game that is dearly beloved by a lot of people. It's Kirby the Amazing Mirror. And now you might be wondering why I'm so weak in my voice.
I'm not really sure how I feel about this one, guys.
Amazing Mirror is a Kirby Metroidvania. Look, actually, when you say that, it kind of makes sense, right? Kirby has a shit ton of copy abilities by default, and when you look at something like Milky Way Wishes that released, was it in the original Superstar? I'm from Europe, we call it Kirby's Fun Pack. I don't know if it was in Kirby's Fun Pack. But yeah, you can kind of see how you can iterate on copy abilities to make them more like equipment or stuff that you need to progress at X or Y spot. It also had a really great idea of slicing Kirby in 4, which is something that will happen again later, often, sometimes even more, to allow for multiplayer. And the multiplayer seems really fun. You can call each other to teleport to another friend's location, etc. And it brings healing items, you can defeat boss together, you always see each other's status on the top right. Honestly, pretty fun. You need friends with one of those 4-way link cables for the GBA, or I think you can use the Wi-Fi version from Fire Red, and otherwise you have to emulate it. If you ever emulated a low latency consoles like the DS or the GBA for that matter, it's either a LAN thing or you have to go use solutions like Amashi, and you better be in the same fucking country and the same small country. It would be better if you were in the same city. And now, when you're someone like me, who really wants to play with their friend who lives in Brazil while you live in France, yeah, I'm playing solo. And now, for something that it feels a really bit shameful, I never finished this game. Okay, in my defense, I first played this game when I was, 7 years old? And I had internet, because I was on the internet way too young. But it wasn't exactly as easy of use, and I mean, you could find stuff, but all of it was in English. Some resources in French didn't exist, and my English was... I had good enough English to download Visual Boy Advance and to get ROMs and to not get a virus all of the time. You know, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I couldn't really do it, and I played this game again now that I'm a grown-ass person.
I still can't do it.
Okay, here is the thing. The progression in this game feels all over the place. You have stage goals that kind of work like a classic Kirby stage goal with a minigame at the end. And then you had the bosses, which give a mirror shard. Then you unlock teleportation that are multiple levels of depth to go to different areas. And then when you eventually stop making progress just walking and you have to look at your map to check whatever else, it is difficult. It is very difficult to read. And then oftentimes I'll be in a room which is noted to have two connections and I can't fucking see it. And I know I'm probably just big dumb old bitch, and it's probably really easy for all of you who have finished Amazing Mirror 5 times and it's your favorite game in the series. But yeah, I still think in my heart I would really like a remake of this game. Because one, I would like this game to be on something that has internet. It would be really nice. And second off, I would actually maybe like more of a sequel. Something of the same idea to, first off, make it more clear for them bitches. But also, I feel like Kirby as a series, despite having the same structure, kind of knows how to experiment. And I would like an Amazing Mirror 2 that is more bold and tries new stuff. Make it that scrapped idea for Kirby Superstar. I believe it was for Superstar Ultra, but maybe it was for the original Superstar. But there was an idea of being in a little mansion where Kirby didn't have his fucking copy ability, and you need to use items that would kind of allow you to use them, like a candle for fire, etc. And I'm actually in love with that idea. And I would want Amazing Mirror 2 to be like that, but it could be an idea. Or you could kind of branch Amazing Mirror with something like Return to Dreamland, where you have different characters with different movesets. Fuck it, branch it with Star Allies. I would have loved to see the amount of playable characters with different moveset that you have in Star Allies in Amazing Mirror. Like, put fucking Marks and Magolor and Adventure together, whatever, see if I can. But yeah, something that I wish I could say is that I finished every Kirby game, like I've done for mostly all of the Sonic series. But yeah, I have a problem where I'm very hypocritical. I'm like, oh, I like when series like try new stuff. I like when they get creative. I like when they fucking innovate. And then they make Amazing Mirror or they make Canvas Curse, and I look at it like, do I really want to play that? To my credit, once more, I have the same reaction with Mass Attack, and I've played it and I actually love Mass Attack. So it doesn't always happen, but oftentimes I ask for something and they give me it, and I'm like, well, I didn't really want it like that, so worthless. I'm a bad person. But yeah, I would love to do more videos on Kirby, because I think this franchise is so fascinating to me. Especially as a fan of the blue dumb bitch, Kirby is kind of like the steady good to Sonic's roller coaster of quality, so they make for an interesting comparison. And knowing that I love the two, it's kind of funny to think about, oh, I love those two franchises that, aside from the genre, have really nothing in common. So yeah. Well, technically they have in common having a really subpar entry on the Switch. And I don't mean Frontiers, bitch. Is it popular, I wonder, to think that Star Allies is kind of the Sonic Forces of Kirby? I mean, the problem is, Star Allies actually got some good updates that made it a better game, unlike Sonic Forces. Someone please free me.